I'm sitting here watching the Great British Baking Show in an attempt to distress a little bit. This is my life at like 4:30 a.m. Oh my god. So I'm trying to get to sleep, but it's snowing outside pretty heavily actually, and I can't help but think about moving to Orlando. Not because I hate snow, it's because I actually really love snow. It kind of reminds me how scared I am to go down there and just kind of live in a place that obviously I'm not used to. I haven't really attempted living in a climate like Florida or California or those warmer places. I've lived and resided in the Midwest my entire life. So, I don't know, the thought about moving someplace that has like a ton of traffic and is, you know, kind of touristy, obviously, because I'm going to Disney World. That's not a lifestyle I ever thought that I would really go for, but I know this has been my dream since 8th grade. It's a once in a lifetime chance, so when it calls, you gotta go do it. I think I'm gonna miss people a lot. Mostly my family. I'm really nervous for it just not working out. Right now I am expecting the worst because I am hoping for the best, if that makes any sense. My mom has this saying that it's better to be pleasantly surprised than bitterly disappointed. So right now I'm expecting the worst because I'm hoping for a pleasant surprise. But at the same time, I am genuinely nervous about my location and where I'm going to be housed at, and meeting new people and living in a new place. This is my first like proper job, my proper like place of employment. So I will be learning the ropes on how to have a job pretty much. All these things just make me really nervous because they're all brand new experiences. Well, not all of them are brand new. Starting college kind of takes care actually of most of that, but it doesn't make it any less scary having to do it all over again. What if right now your roommate situation looks fine, but then it turns out that everybody just like gets really annoyed at each other, or your managers just are really like frustrating to deal with, and your coworkers are just annoyed by you or something, you know? I mean, in a lot of these DCP videos that I see, it kind of seems like people like your coworkers and your managers and your roommates, all those people around you kind of make or break your experience. So I feel like if I don't have at least like one person that I can talk to about stuff and not feel like upset, then I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. It's just really nerve-wracking. I'm just hoping that I meet people that I like and they like me too. It's going to be hard, but I mean, my check-in date is getting closer and closer, so I feel like I have to be ready. I'm trying to kind of force myself to just feel ready one of these days. I have had moments occasionally where I feel more excited than scared, so that's nice. But I just wish I felt like that more continuously than just in moments. I guess those are just kind of my thoughts right now. Thought I'd share them for documenting purposes, or maybe I can just rewatch this later on at the end of my program and laugh hysterically at myself for being so dumb. I don't think I expected to go to the DCP this soon. I expected it at least not to happen till like next year, or at the end of this year, 2018. So I think the fact that it happened so unexpectedly and so abruptly makes me feel more unprepared. And it kind of doesn't help that you don't even know your location and stuff until like what, a week beforehand. They don't send you housing registration until around that same time, so you don't even know like for sure if you'll be with your roommates or where you're living. You don't know any of that. And then most of the stuff that you receive you don't know till you actually get down there. You've accepted it and you're there, and now you have to just deal with it. And that's very stressful to me because I plan things out. People that know me know that I don't do things spontaneously. I gotta meticulously plan it. It's just nerve-wracking because I want to take time to plan these things out, and it just seems impossible. I'm hoping that all my roommates and I get along really well. I'm hoping that my managers are very supportive and very good people that don't stress me out. I'm hoping that my coworkers are the same, and that even if I end up at a sucky location, we can all still have fun and be a family. I'm hoping that I'm good at my job. I'm hoping that I don't mess up something small and then get termed. I don't know, I just want things to work. I just want things to be okay. And I'm hoping that that happens, but I've just been overthinking. I just know I'm gonna be so homesick by the time I get down there, and that's totally normal. Ugh, it's totally normal. I hear that, like, for the first couple weeks is normally the rough time that people have with homesickness and maybe not wanting to be there and kind of having second thoughts about it. And I'll fight through that, but as soon as I got my acceptance letter, I felt homesick. I'm just gonna miss my family and friends a lot. We'll see where this goes. Take it one day at a time. My favorite thing to do. I guess I'll just enjoy the snow while I still have it. Alright. I'll catch you guys later then. Bye. We made it to our condo. So I'm going to whisper a little bit because my mom and my dad are trying to sleep. It's kind of late at night. I'm about to hit the hay too. But a lot happened between the airport and now. So we drive about an hour from the airport / car rental place out to Kissimmee, Florida, which is where our condo is located. Drive all that way, go up to the address that we were given for the resort condo area. Then all of a sudden we realized that we were never given a unit number, as in we don't have a building to stay in. So we work it out with the security person, and he says that we have to go to the check-in place, which we realized was on like the last page of the paperwork that we got, was this address to the actual check-in building. You have to go to an entirely separate building in order to check in to this place. We type in that address and we start going that way, and in the meantime my mom is on the phone with some after hours people because their hours end at like 5 p.m. or something, like kind of early and weird. So my mom is on the phone with them and they have no idea what she's talking about, and she's getting really frustrated. It's supposed to be a 10-minute ride to get to this check-in place, and it ends up being about 20 minutes long at least. We can't really figure out what Google Maps is trying to tell us, and we cannot find where the heck this building is. We figure out eventually that the check-in building was in like this sort of back alley sort of place, almost like behind all of these other condos was the actual like building to check into condos. It was weird. It was just totally hidden. We could not find where this building was. It just looked like any other condo. So we finally find it, and my mom is still on the phone at that point with, I think now, the supervisor of whatever this place is. The supervisor helps her get into this sort of lock thing, this little safe-ish thing that she has to get into in order to get her keys and her information. So she finally gets in, and then we finally get to go back to the condo, drive another 15-20 minutes, and then we wait in a line behind a few other cars in order to get through security. We get to the security guy and we have the information, except for about 5 minutes my mom thinks that she lost her driver's license or that she dropped it somewhere by that little lock thing that she had to get our keys from. Then she finds it, thank God. We finally get through. We finally get to our condo. And then we went out to eat because we were hungry and tired. We went to Denny's, of course, as you do, because that's just very Midwestern to me. My camera just cut me off and told me that my card is full, so I'll talk quick. Basically, we're here now. It's been a long day, but could have gone worse. I guess I'll just be hanging out and sort of running last minute errands up until I start my DCP in a few days. It still does not feel real, and I'm getting really emotional about it. What is that? Okay. Whatever, I'm gonna go. Good night. So if it seems to you like no time has passed between the last time I talked to you guys and now, you would be wrong. Although you probably think this because I'm wearing the same pajama shirt that I did yesterday because I'm too lazy to pick out another warm shirt out of my suitcase. I'm in the same room that I talked to you guys yesterday in, and I am trying to be quiet again because my parents are sleeping. Shh. So I'm gonna talk about what y'all missed today because I forgot to film it. But at least I lived it. Okay, so first I got up, I took a shower, and then we went to go pick up my car, which we had shipped from my hometown down here to Orlando.
You got some tight turns here.
That's my car.
That little blue Honda's the same one. So is that Lexus. That's still up there.
Oh.
Here's your baby.
That's my baby.
I like that Lexus better.
Help. It's going down. I'm yelling. Timber.
All right, just don't back into the rental car, okay? All right.
There she is. A little dirtied up, but it's fine. We'll take care of that. Pretty good. It's weird that I have my car down here. What? First drive around.
Toot your horn a couple times when you go by him again. Just one last bit.
Toot toot.
That's a cute horn.
It is a cute
I don't
horn.
think I've ever heard
I don't use it very often. Everything turned out fine. Everything that I shipped inside of it is fine. Nothing is stolen or broken, including my car. My baby's here, my car is here, and it's super strange because normally whenever we go on vacation, especially to Florida, ever since I was little, we would always rent a car. Only sometimes whenever we exit the state of Illinois do we not use a rental car. And that's really only for trips to school up in Iowa. And now I actually have a car that I really own down here in Florida of all places. Like, it's just, that blows my mind. I feel like it'll be a nice little place of comfort though, just because I'm used to being in my car. It'll be kind of just a piece of home that I get to kind of take with me every day. So after I got my car, we went back to our condo and we got me a parking permit so I can actually park my car here until my check-in day. And then from there we all piled into my dad's rental car so we could go to the UPS store and pick up a couple of my boxes. Not all of them, but a couple that we just kind of needed. And then we decided to drive out and try to get a glimpse of the housing complex that I will be living in, which is Vista Way.
Vista Way.
Now mind you, we couldn't get in very far. They of course have to stop you at the little security booth thing. You can't really roam around inside until you actually live there and have proof that you live there, which I do not have yet. But from the outside, it looks pretty good. And it got my parents' approval too, which is really nice. Now, I know that Vista Way is kind of referred to as the party complex or like the really social complex, but from the outside, it actually looked kind of quiet. I don't know if it's just today or what it is, but it looked quiet. I don't have any problems with Vista Way. I didn't really have any strong preference for any housing complex in particular. Just give me a place to live and I'll live there. I'm living at Disney. I'll take it. So yeah, we went and visited Vista Way. Seems pretty good so far, even though it was from beyond the gate on the street where I can't see anything. And then we went back to the hotel, chilled out, and chose a place to eat. And we decided to eat at Sizzler's for dinner, which was my papa's favorite place to eat every time my family would go down to Disney World when I was little. And I have to agree, Sizzler's is pretty good. Word, Papa. Word. So we enjoyed our food. It was a very productive day. We went back to my condo and we've just kind of been chilling out and falling asleep ever since. I imagine it'll be kind of like this for the next couple days up until my check-in day. There's really not much left to do, to be honest. I mean, there's a shopping list that we could churn out right now, but it's not really required to. And even if we did, it's very minimal. There's not much that I can buy before I check in and see who all my roommates are and what we have. So I'm not really too worried about that. But if we wanted to do it, we could. But we don't have to. We could just have 2 whole days of just chilling out and doing whatever we want in Florida. I don't know. Anything's good to me at this point. So with that, that is my update, and I'm going to go to sleep. Good night, guys. I've been lying about Disney all weekend because
What? You got in?
I got it.